welcome back to another episode of Blunt Talk Podcast. This is episode 9. It is Saturday for y'all, but it is Friday for me, and I am feeling mighty fine. Bars. Nah, how y'all doing today? I do want to apologize for the delay in the podcast episode. Unfortunately, I could not let it rock with that audio. The audio was cutting in and out way too much for me. Like it was clear, but it was like no. No, 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 no. I could not let that fly. So I had to re-record for my Blunt Talk podcast family and get it right. Okay, how are y'all doing today? I hope you guys had an amazing week. We made it through another week. Okay, we keep pushing it. I hope you guys accomplished all that you set for this week. And now it's time to start manifesting for the next week. Because you know what? The grind and the hustle don't stop. You are in control of your life. And if you want to make a change in your life, the change starts within you and with you. So it starts from within and with. I don't want to hear nobody complaining about what they shoulda, coulda, woulda been doing when we have nothing but time. I used to hate when the celebrities said we got the same 24 hours in a day, but nah, for real, we got the same 24 hours in a day. What are you doing during that 24 hours to make sure that at least 2 hours out of your day is dedicated to something that you want to do for yourself? Okay. Before I dive right into the topics, there were a couple announcements that I wanted to announce to you all. If you guys don't follow me on Instagram, please make sure you head over to Instagram and follow me at _ Blunt Talk Podcast. I have been releasing announcements all week. The most important announcement is the merch is in. Okay. Did y'all hear me? The merch is in. The merch has dropped. Shout out to That's Rare for an amazing collab. Y'all go shop at That's Rare. That's their Instagram name. That's period rare. And then I'll be sure to include their website for you. We have shirts, we have crop tops, we have hoodies, we have hoochie daddy shorts, and we have backpacks. Okay? We have shorts, shirts, hoodies, and a backpack. And of course, because I love y'all so much and I really want y'all to save some money and save some coin, I have a discount code that will save you 20% off your order. Okay? And that discount code is Blunt Talk 24. Don't worry, I have everything listed on the side for you. You can even see the shirts and what we got to offer. The hoodies have been a hot commodity. Everyone's loving the colors. It is just amazing. And I am just so, 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 so happy that I am able to get y'all some Blunt Talk merch, of course. And once you guys put that shit on, be sure to tag me _ Blunt Talk Podcast. You can be featured in our story. Another announcement that I have to say. Today is the 5-year anniversary of my podcasting journey. Okay. I just want to take the time to talk about that. I know I may have some new users, OMG, some new listeners here. And I just wanted to come and chop it up with you all. And I wanted to give you like a quick little background. Um, so as I said, this is my 5-year anniversary for potting. Um, my first podcast was Talking Time with Randy, and I had a co-host. And we got into some things. I was popping my big one. It was nice because I had someone who genuinely thought different than me. And so we genuinely would get into heated debates and everything like that. But unfortunately, that relationship in that time came to an end. The potting studio that we were using, they were selling, the space. And I don't think the co-host was too fond of the things that people were saying to him. So we had moments where people were just straight up like, we don't like you, we like Randy. And I think that got to his head a little bit and it made a mess of the relationship, unfortunately. I had more videos to offer you guys during that talking time with Randy realm with the co-host. But unfortunately, because our relationship ended, I never got the rest of the footage. So I sort of kind of got discouraged and I stopped for a little bit because I was like, what the fuck? Like, I didn't know where to start. I didn't know how to edit. I didn't know where to even begin with editing. I didn't know where to even, get the equipment from. And on top of that, think about it, 5 years ago, microphones and microphone stands and soundboards were hella expensive. It wasn't like a hot thing to do. So I didn't think I could afford it. And so I just stopped my journey. And then I want to say maybe 3 years after that, um, after I gave birth to my son is when I started this journey again. And I started talking time with Randy again as a solo dolo. And like I told you in the beginning, episode 1, I was just not in the proper headspace for that. I was going through a lot of changes. I was, going through baby mama, baby daddy drama, and I wasn't using my podcast in the right way. I was using it as an outlet and I was potting, but I was using it more like a diary. And I feel like I liked it and I was happy that I was able to do it, but at the same time, it just wasn't me. I was just not in the proper headspace, postpartum, depressed. My self-worth was down a lot. Like I didn't even believe in myself. I didn't even think that I looked good. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't think I looked I didn't let me restart. I didn't feel like I looked good. I didn't think I looked good. I was very sad and I was just trying to mask it with doing something. So I stopped that journey. And then after I gave birth to my little girl, I started Blunt Talk podcast, and ever since then, the foot has been on the gas. And I ain't letting up on you hoes. Period. Um, so yeah, so it feels amazing to have this long lasting relationship with potting. And I never realized it was 5 years, but 5 years later, we're here with an amazing platform. Blunt Talk Podcast is doing amazing things. And most importantly, bigger and better things. For Talking Time with Brandy, I didn't have, merch or anything to offer. It was just me popping my shit. And now it's like I have this platform. I'm trying to build this platform. I'm trying to take this platform places. And now I have merch. So it's like official. So cheers to 5 years and to now finally being official and really enjoying, potting and doing potting the right way, if you will. Without further ado, let's dive right into these topics. As you know, I want to be me, and we want to be here at Blunt Talk Podcast. If I didn't talk about things, um, you know, that I seen on social media this week. Um, One thing that I did want to talk about was a post. It is, are you pro posting your partner? This lady on IG posted an engagement photo, and that was the first time she had ever posted her man. Soon as she posted it, the woman her fiance had been cheating with contacted her, and now they are no longer engaged. I'm in the minority here, but this is part of the reason why I am pro posting your partner. I believe in basking in public affection, but it can also bring forth what's being done in the dark. There's nothing to be embarrassed about someone else's lack of integrity. So here's my take on that. I am pro posting let me stop. I'm pro doing whatever you want to do. So if you are the person that wants to post their partner and love their partner out loud and post them every day, I'm here for that. If you are someone that prefers to post your significant other once in a blue, whenever you feel like it, whenever you want to, I'm here for that as well. And then if you are just against posting your partner, I'm minding my business and I'm for that as well. But for me personally, I'm in between. I'm in between. I love to be loved out loud. I love to be posted, but it's not like an requirement, or it's not something that will have me bent out of shape. Due to my trauma in the past, full disclaimer, due to my drama, oh my God, due to my trauma in the past, I would say that I'm leaning more so like post me once in a blue when you want to. You don't have to post me all the time, and vice versa. And it is just because how that lady said, posted her fiance for the first time, and some girl came out and said that they were cheating. That shit really scares me. And people are very scary out here. So there are times when, yes, your significant other can be cheating and you post it and then all these stories come out. Or and they are true, or they could in fact just be like lies, because people get bored and people sometimes want what you have. So like younger me, I didn't care. Older me, older woman me, who is whose love is changing. Like I literally do love a PDA. I love to show off my person. I would say yes. Like I'm pro posting your partner. Um, like 29-year-old Randy is pro posting your partner. If you would have asked me maybe about like 25, I would said I don't really give a fuck because I'm with you every night. Um, Posting your partner on social media to me means that you are happy with who you're with and you want to show them off. Like they are the prize. You want a prize. This is your prize possession, and you just want the world to know, like, this is me. This is all mine. Um, so yeah. So that's how I feel on that. I hope I someone will be proud to show me off. Another thing I wanted to talk about. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. I completely stopped following the Kendrick and Drake beef because it just got too crazy. It was like it happened so quick. It was a back to back. Like, god damn, like let me digest the first couple tracks. What the fuck? But what I do want to say is that Kendrick Lamar Not Like Us track goes crazy. And from the clips that I've been seeing on TikTok, um, from people's reactions, even on Instagram, the things that they've been posting on social media regarding that song, it goes crazy. I was getting my kids in the car yesterday for school and I hit him with the OVO, OVO, that OVO. And when I mean to tell you, both my kids joined in and we were like a choir of OVO, OV, okay? And if you know my kids, you know my kids are hilarious and they meant that shit. They were over there bopping everything saying that. So I do just want to say that beat, like DJ Mustard did his big one. Like DJ Mustard did his biggest. Like he did his motherfucking big one. I'm gonna tell you that. He did his big one and he was making that beat like rent was due. Like he made that beat and said, my mortgage, I got to pay that. Child support, I got to pay that. Like, okay. Like he did his biggest. Okay. I love me a mustard beat. I'm such a like, okay, sidebar. I love music so much and I'm such a beat person. I don't think people understand how important beats are to music because certain beats and like 808s and things of that nature can unlock certain chakras. Like music is so important to the human, like it literally feeds the soul. So man, when I hear a crazy beat, you bet your fucking ass I'm going up. I'm going crazy. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I'm an act a fool. And that song right there got me ready and willing to act a fool. And then another thing, I just wanted to just speak on this real quick. This JT and Suki. First of all, why the fuck is everyone in this music industry really beefing or trying to beef? Like, what happened to Kumbaya? Hello? I just want to speak my piece because I love JT. Suki, hang it up. Hang it up flat screen. Hey, please, bitch. What would possess you to take your dirty mouth in the studio and try to make a diss track about JT who really be rapping? And don't be rapping about eating niggas' asses. Like she actually be rapping. Like I don't like I wish people would like fuck with who they can. Because Suki, babe, you can't fuck with her. Like, just get that through your head. Like, go back to OnlyFans, go be a pop up guest on Baddies or something. But to diss JT, I pray JT don't respond to you. Like, she had a field day on Twitter responding to you. I'm happy that she responded to you on Twitter because, bitch, shut the fuck up. Stop trying to be Cinderella. But now it's just getting too much in the studio. Please, babe. Next caller. And the last thing on social media I wanted to talk about is this teacher that has the world in uproar right now. um I wasn't gonna talk about this because I feel like my opinion is very indifferent,
play basketball,
but
darts, or be on their
I'm
phones
just
all
gonna
day.
speak my piece on it
And
because
my
haven't been
teammates
able to get away from it. So
typically
if you
do
guys
mindfulness
are
or
on
other
TikTok or if you
strategies
guys
that
follow like the Shade Room
people
Neighborhood
have learned in
Talk,
the past that can
Hollywood Unlocked,
to
they
push
covered
them
this
to take
story
these
where a
situations as
teacher
mindfulness.
was
Because some
getting
teachers only send them if all of their work
his
is
braids
complete,
taken
and
out
some
by I
teachers
believe it was four or
are
five
also
students,
lazier, send them in
4 or 5 girl
because they
students.
showed up for their job.
And it wasn't
And it's kind of like
anything
an as if they were
inappropriate to
meant to do
me.
it.
He was
Most
not sitting
people
in
would just
anybody's
comment
lap.
saying, "Oh, this is
He was
weird.
not
This
sitting in
isn't
between
cool."
their legs.
Because me personally, I don't think
Um,
there's anything
it
weird
wasn't like any type of
between older
flirtation going
students
on.
and
Like you could tell,
students.
like
It's
there was other
literally
kids
just
in the
hair.
class, and they were just taking
Whatever
out his hair,
happened
and
to be weird.
they were all having like a
Some
group
people have
conversation.
never had cool teachers, and it shows.
Now, I don't
And they
know
never
if
put
you
in
guys did what I did,
situations.
but
Since
what
that's
I
why I
did
think
was
all of my
I
kids
actually
are such
listened
good
to what the
students
fuck he
is
said.
paramount in being an
Number
effective
one,
teacher.
listened
I make
to
sure
what
my
he said.
students know
So in the
the
video, and I'm also
core
gonna have it for you guys so
beyond
that you guys
just
can see what I'm
schoolwork
talking
or
about.
stuff that
I
I
don't know
ask
if you
them to
guys will
do.
be able to hear it per
I take
se,
the time
but
to
I
get
will
to know
have
the
the
student
video going so
outside of
you guys know
academics,
like what I'm
because
talking
caring
about.
for the whole
Um,
child is what's important.
but
Some of these
he
students have
was
been away since
talking
I was a
about how
substitute 4 years ago.
this was at the end of
They
the
say
day,
that's a big
there was 10
brother
minutes
or
left in the
father
class.
figure, as some of them say.
They
And I
completed
don't want kids
their
around them.
schoolwork
So all of these
and they did
kids are
awesome on their
literally my
schoolwork.
children.
Okay.
In the case of
And
one, about
so
the
he said,
parents,
listen, you guys did what you had
multiple
to do, 10
father,
minutes left in
special
the
needs,
day.
and
You
all
guys really did
multiple
good on your
issues.
assignment. I can't complain here. How about you
They
take the
always
last 10
tell me
minutes
that
and
they're so
you can go on
grateful
your
that their
phone, you could
kids
talk to
have
your
someone
friends,
like
you could do
me
whatever you
who
want.
can
And
add in
the
their
4 to 5
world through
students,
social media presence
girls
as my
that
peers.
were there,
And
said,
those
hey, listen, I'm gonna
institutions
just
are the
help you
whole
take out your
family,
hair type
and
shit.
some of
He
my
was like, all
peers
right,
that
cool,
I'm
bet.
fortunate enough to get
One
to
also
become
thing that he
my
said
nieces.
in that
And
video,
always
if you
ensures
guys
with the relationship
listened for
and
once, just
organism, the type of
and listen,
relationship
put
that
your
I
listening
promote
ears
in
on.
my class
I
is
can tell
much
y'all
better
skipped that
for
lesson in
me personally
kindergarten, but
than
I'm
for
gonna bring it back
to
to
make
y'all.
both organisms work
One thing that he
harmoniously.
did say was
Some of
his
my
admin
students
of
have
the
good
school
behavior, complete
are
all their
very much so
assignments,
aware of
do
the
everything
content
as
that
it's
he
God is
creates and the
supposed to
videos that
do.
he posts.
I reward them
And
with
the
bounty
parents
and
are
just always
also
being
aware
there,
of
even
the
if I'm
content that they
playing
post. They
outside
actually
playing
talk to their
sport
kids
with
about the
my
content that
students,
they
and I
post.
work
So it's
hard
like an
to be
open
better than
forum
them.
conversation. And on top of
I'm
that,
fortunate enough
his
to have
parents
students that
respect
feel
them. Like
safe and
like the
comfortable
kids'
around me,
parents respect them.
safe to come to me with their
Now this is where I
problems,
have
their
an
frustrations.
issue.
They come to me
Here
seeking
I am
guidance,
scrolling on social media.
encouragement,
I'm reading the
or
comments.
come to me simply to
Everyone is
share. And
talking
I want
about the
people to know
literacy
that they
issue
have a
that we
safe
have in
space to be
America.
themselves around me.
Bitch, read the room.
What I
In
strive
the
to do as an
video, he
educator
fucking said
is be the
his
teacher
lesson
I wish I
plans
had
and
when I
the
grew up.
assignment
I strive to
was
be the
done
teacher and
and the
listen to
kids
mentor
passed
my
it.
peers,
So if this is a
someone that
science teacher,
anytime
what
would
the
be proud of.
fuck does
I want to be
English
the teacher
literacy
that
have
my
to do with him?
students
Is that
look
his
back
class?
on by
Or did
age
his class do what they were
somebody
supposed to
else's
do?
videos 30 years down the
Okay.
line and think like, dang,
Another thing that
that
I want to
teacher I
talk
had
about.
in middle school,
Um,
he was
we
just
all have
this.
had favorite teachers
No further
where we
questions
feel
on me.
comfortable doing certain things
Just
with.
let me know your thoughts in the
I know I,
comments.
for one,
Is
played
this
in
teacher
my teacher's
appropriate
hair
or
before.
will it make
I
something
would,
not enough?
massage her
And
scalp,
although you are
Miss
entitled
Parent,
to your opinion,
from
all I ask is
Sabbath.
that you be respectful.
And it was
So
never an issue. I feel like the biggest problem is it's being recorded. Like sometimes I understand if you're a content creator, you have to, post content. That's your bag. But some things just don't have to be recorded. And so with the height of how everything is over sexualized, because literally as a mother of a daughter, this is where I'm having a hard time. If I'm comfortable with that teacher and we have a relationship, and I don't feel like anything's wrong and I know the intentions and I know this person, like we have actually had conversations, I wouldn't see a problem with it. Now if this was just a teacher that I didn't know, never had a parent teacher conference with, and I just look on TikTok and I see that my kid is playing in the hair, we're gonna have to have a conversation about that. Just make sure that boundaries are still intact. Everyone is comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to make sure everybody is comfortable. And so it's hard for me to really sit here and say if it's inappropriate or not. Like it's hard for me to say because from what he is saying, it's like he got the green light from everybody to do it. So who the fuck are we to sit here and deem wasn't appropriate? Again, if he didn't say the schoolwork was done, they passed it, there was 10. If he didn't say none of that, it's sort of kind of like, so while America's in a fucking crisis, an educational crisis, you're getting your hair done. I could see that, but everything like the checklist was crossed off. So to me, my personal opinion, Randy's personal opinion at Blunt Talk Podcast, that was not inappropriate. It seems like everybody was um in agreement that they wanted to do it. The parents are okay with it. The admin is okay with it, and most importantly, the children's schoolwork was completed, and they actually did great on those assignments. So that's that. That's literally that. On, this next topic, I wanna talk about some experiences or an experience that I experienced, within the last month. And it's kinda crazy because I never thought that I would actually have this experience, especially from another person of color, but fuck it. Let's talk about it. So about a month ago, I was having a conversation, and I was just speaking on how I already brought this topic to the podcast before, but basically, I was speaking to a group of people, and I was just like, it pisses me off when people who are not in a certain tax bracket are trying to say that they should get some type of treatment from the opposite sex. In flat out simpler terms, when girls be out here like, oh, I need him to take me to a 5-star restaurant, I need him to buy me this car, I need him to pay this bill, all for the sake of love, I said, I don't like that. I said, I don't require that. Um, I know what I can obtain for myself. I know what I can handle by myself. So I tend to ask for things or not even ask for things. I tend to want things that I can maintain by myself if that person was not here. And I feel like we lost that. And I was told I tend to get quiet when Black women speak on love. I must say it again. I was told I tend to get quiet when Black women speak on love from a Caribbean woman. Be fucking for real. Like, I was gonna try and go this episode without cussing, but I couldn't. Like, just be fucking for real for once. I wasn't offended because I understand the point that was trying to have been made. But I got upset because if one person thinks like that, who knows how many other people are thinking like that, invalidating Black women's feelings when we speak on love. What the fuck is that? So I'm gonna tell you, and I'm gonna quote unquote respond here. I don't appreciate people who think that they should be quiet when Black women speak on love because aside from Black women, all women have different perceptions and receive love differently. Everyone has different requirements and standards, if you will, for said love, not just Black women. One thing that we are taught in this community is that a healthy love, and I said this before, is a love that we get it out the mud. A love that we really work hard at to maintain. Um, a love that overcomes every trial and tribulation that was ever thrown in its way. That is what in the community we're taught as a healthy relationship. We're not taught that a healthy love can just stem from you meeting someone, you getting to know someone, and you guys building a bond and a connection in a relationship that way, where cheating is not involved. Um, you know? And I feel like because that is ingrained in our society, it's hard for a lot of others to automatically come out of high school and be in their soft girl era, luxury girl era. And I just want us to really be mindful of that. I want us to really be mindful and understand that our upbringing and our environment definitely influence us, whether that's good or bad. We have some people whose environment influences them to do better and not go the same route as their parents, i.e., the women that don't settle, don't want no Pookie or Ray Ray. They skip that and they go strictly to the man that is going to treat them right because they've seen what they don't like before and they refuse to go through that, and or they experienced it because they did fall in love with a Pookie and Ray Ray. They experienced it and realized that's below my standard, right? So for the regular schmegler girl like me, who is speaking on love from a point of I'm willing to ride it out with my partner, um, if a mistake is made, I'm not gonna ostracize it because I understand that love is is an everlasting learning moment. You're always gonna learn something new about your partner in love. You never know your partner in its entirety. Everyone is always changing and evolving. So what the fuck? Um, Also, who the fuck are we to tell people that their standards are standard in hell? What I am willing to withstand, you may not be willing to withstand because that might be your deal breaker, and that is okay. We need to stop pushing our beliefs and our opinions on other people and understand that it is okay to be different and no one's feelings should be invalidated. Now, if Sharonda is getting her head pushed into the fucking wall and beat up every day as someone who is in her life, in her environment, it is okay for you to express your your concern. For the friend that sees that sees their friend in a mental or emotional abusive relationship, it is okay to express our concerns, but don't get the concern fucked up with someone's reality. Okay? Some people are willing to withstand things longer than others. Some people's deal breakers are in fact cheating. Other people's deal breakers can stay with cheating, right? So just from personal experience, I have stayed with people who have cheated on me. When I was younger, that's a deal breaker, but me being realistic and me just living in my reality. This is Randy's reality. One, we're young. Two, men, I don't want to say men are going to be men, but men growing up, they have a lot more to prove. As I stated before in an episode, I was talking to my homeboy who was like, I knew I had a girl, but my homeboys were out here, slinging that thing. And so I went into the relationship. I went into this relationship with a certain amount of people that I already did it with, but I wanted to fit in with my friends basically and up that body and make it so like I don't gotta hang up my jersey type shit. Is that childish? Yes. But when we understand that men go like have a lot more like men need to be validated by their friends. Men also need to be validated by their women. Okay. So men catching all these bodies is simply just, do I even have the leg room to hang up my jersey before I got in the field type shit? Like, do you guys understand what I'm saying? So because I understand that, and I think me growing up with my dad also helped me realize like how men operate, I give that one chance. All right, cool. You fucked up this one time and it's a big fuck up. Make sure you don't do that again because in my heart, I know that people can change. When someone wants something, they're going to do it. So younger Randy would say, nah, the person cheats on me, I'm out of here. Older Randy and experienced Randy and, things that I know that I'm willing to withstand, I'll say, you got one chance, buddy. One chance. And that's it. And I'm okay with that. But that doesn't mean that a stranger can try to invalidate my feelings and say that my standards are a bar in hell because you don't know what's going on in that relationship. And aside from that, you know how um, women in general could sometimes be the breadwinner or the provider in a relationship? I feel like now, and there's nothing wrong with this, to each his own, there are women who are wanting, their partner to really be their breadwinner and the provider. And they don't want to go 50-50. They want to go 100-0, 90-10. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like females that are okay with going 50-50 get bashed because it's like, I don't know. I don't know. I just, I just don't know. And I just really wish that one, we would stop putting a color on things. Like I tend to get quiet when black women speak on love. Every race of women has fucked up situations and dealt with fucked up men. What? You ever seen fucking white people? White people be having the tea, baby. Especially them white girls when they man be getting in an argument, they be getting into it. Like y'all just think it's just one race? No, it's women as a whole, it's people as a whole. And so I wanted to speak about that experience because that's leading into another experience. Things that I just been seeing is the men and the manipulation from the women and how society genuinely really does care more about a woman than a man. What I mean by that is ever so simple. The same way that a female can be manipulated is the same way a man can be manipulated. Us females want our men to be vulnerable so bad, but some women don't know how to handle that vulnerability. Case in point, when they get upset, they run on social media trying to air out your business. Um, or when y'all are in an argument, if you don't use social media and they try to throw around what you told them in confidence because that is your partner, you thought you could trust them. That is a fucked up tactic. And I know we make jokes about, I know we make jokes about, man, he held that hurt since second grade. That nigga got hurt in second grade. He's still crying about it. I know we laugh about things like that, but that is literally that makes sense. Um, Women get hurt and we hold on to that hurt and we push that shit onto the next nigga. Oh, you better not do me like Joe did. You better not do me like so and so did. Any type of sign that triggers you to think that he's doing you like that person, you get upset. You get so upset, you get so hurt, you get so sad. You start to push out the feelings that you have for that last nigga onto the new nigga, causing him more stress, not allowing him to love you in his entirety or show you what he's really made about because you too worried about running into those same things that you ran into before. You feel me? And I just want to take the time to say to my black men, I love you, I hear you, and I'm with you. And what I mean by that is you're not unseen. You're not unheard. I hear you and I see you. And I want you guys to get the love that y'all deserve because us females always talk about the love that we deserve. But do we talk about the love that a man deserves? The same way a woman wants peace is the same way a man wants peace. The same way a woman wants reassurance is to feel loved and appreciated is the same way a man wants to feel loved and appreciated. The same way that us females want to be heard, our men want to be heard. And it's time that we stop trying to overtalk them and listen. Listen. Don't listen to respond. Listen to digest the message that you are being told. I don't think we take in consideration how hard it is for a man, especially a black man. I only deal with black men, so I can speak to black men. But men in general, we could speak to how hard it is for them to be vulnerable because society has pushed since they were so young to be strong. Don't cry. Be a man. Macho up. You cry, I'm going to punch you in the chest type shit. They were conditioned to be a certain way. And it can get scary in a world like this where you have to be so strong, look over your shoulder every chance that you get. And on top of that, to really be ignored. I say that men are being ignored and their feelings are being overlooked because for my ladies in a relationship, when is the last time you attempted to have an uncomfortable conversation with your man to figure out if he's happy, if he's okay, if there's anything that you can do? When's the last time that y'all did that? And I'm not trying to be no pick me or anything. I'm not. I'm just really trying to let you guys understand that again, it is not just happy wife, happy life. It is not. It's happy spouse, happy house. Each partner needs to be happy. I was I was scrolling on TikTok. No. I was scrolling on Instagram and I seen a new post from tonight's conversation where a question was asked, will a man prefer to be miserable over vulnerable? And I only saw the first part, but the first part spoke volumes to me. The man said, a man would rather be miserable than vulnerable. Why is that? Why would a man rather be miserable than vulnerable? I don't have it all figured out. Clearly, I'm not married. Um, but what I do hope that you guys get from this message is sometimes, ladies, shut the fuck up and let your man talk. You may not like what he has to say because you may think in your delusional ass brain that you're doing everything right, but it is okay to do check ins with your man. It is okay to see if your man is literally okay. It is okay to want your man to be okay. It is okay to actually care about a man's feelings. It is okay to actually care about what he's saying. It is okay to take what he's saying and use that as constructive criticism to be better, to be a better woman for not only yourself, for him, or maybe the next person. You know what I'm saying? Because how we think people want to be loved is not always how they need to be loved. Let me run that back. How we, the person that is trying to love another person, we think how they want to be loved, rather having these conversations to figure out how they need to be loved. I hope that didn't go over y'all heads. I want us to take the time. I can only speak to who I deal with. I can't only speak to who I deal with, but this message is to everybody in my community. Black women love black men a little harder, stronger, and longer. Be more understanding. Understand that there's a lot of shit that they go through in this world on top of in a household. Okay, um, in men, be patient with us. There's a lot of influences that we have going on, and it's easy to get wrapped up in these influences and want something that is not ours. Just be patient with us and love us too, longer, stronger, and harder. Don't give up on us. We're not giving up on you. Yeah. It hurts my feelings when I see good, good men run through the ringer and vice versa. It do. Um, that's all I got for you guys for episode 9. I had to re-record, so I did say some things in the other episode that I wish I could repeat, but I can't remember at the time. This is just the basis of what I wanted to talk about. Um, I hope you guys enjoy the last announcement that I have. Stay tuned. Our first interview will be coming out in the month of June, and then we'll have another interview following that. So if you have any artists in the local area or any creative in the local area that would love to hop on the Blunt Talk Pod and talk they shit, pop they shit with me, and let people know them, please send their name my way. Don't be scared to DM me at _ Blunt Talk Podcast. If you have any type of viewer topics that you would love for me to talk about, don't forget to submit those over to _ Blunt Talk Podcast on Instagram as well. Don't forget to get your Blunt Talk merch. Put that shit on. Put that drip on. And don't forget to tag me at _ Blunt Talk Podcast so that you can be featured on our story. I want to thank the people that put in their order already. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Thank y'all for rocking with me. I rock with y'all. And like I always say, there will be no me without y'all. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Thank you guys for rocking it out with me. I'll see you again. Episode 10 on the way. Bye.